Hey, what's going on, guys? Yumiase here, and today I'm going to be giving you my review and expectations for Black Ops 3 as well as for the Black Ops 3 beta. I said I was going to be doing this a while ago, and it's finally time. So, now that the beta is over, we're just expecting for November 6th, I believe, for the actual game to come out, and I can't wait to play it. Yeah, there were some issues with the beta, like, especially for me, there was a lot of lag and there's some times where like the scoreboards and the screen didn't work, but like as you can see in some of my gameplay, it's like blue and stuff flashes around where the mini map is, and sometimes around where this when I put up the scoreboard. But before I get any farther into that, I'm gonna actually give you a few of my class setups. Unfortunately, I did not have, or I did not remember to get the Man of War because I was still getting more. Attachments for it, and I eventually forgot to put on a picture for it, or get a picture for it of my class setup. Anyway, first off, yeah, I'm sorry, I'm a little congested right now. I may be a little sick or have a cold or something. But first off, we're gonna start off with the M8A7. So as you can see right here, I have reflex or the red dot sight, foregrip, and stock on it. I believe that's stock. It's either stock or quick draw. I can't exactly tell. But it was a really good class. I mean, like I put up a gameplay of it a couple days ago in S&D, and it was pretty good. I believe I went 15 and 3 or so. It's an overall good weapon, and that gameplay was after the nerf of it. And yes, they did nerf and buff weapons in the beta. And as you can see, yes, I may be a little newish, but I am using 2 black hats, as well as I'm using 6th Sense, gun, I think that's fast hands, and blast suppressor. Next up, we have the Razorback. I really love this gun. This is one of the best guns that I used in the beta. It was most of the time the guns that I used were either the M8A7 or the Razorback. And as you can see, I did get the Razorback to level max, and this was the class that I eventually used. This is what I only used. I didn't use anything else on this class or on the Razorback at all. So I believe I used Quick Draw, Foregrip, and Rapid Fire. Now, as you can see, otherwise I was using, for perk 1, I had perk 1 Greed and Primary Gunfighter. So I had 6th Sense, I believe that's Overclock. It allows you to get your score streaks and your specialist ability faster. I had Fast Hands and Blast Suppressor on. Next up, we have the Arc 7. I hope you guys like that camo. It definitely did not take me 3 hours to make. Anyway, so I believe on the Arc, this was a pretty good gun. The only downside to it was it had very slow fire rate some of the time, and even though it was really good at far range, it was kind of hard to win those medium gun range fights, especially even when you're using the Razorback or against someone who is using the Razorback. You really had to be able to know how to use the Arc 7 in order to get it. But overall, it was a really good gun. I can't wait to use it again in the actual game. But I believe I used Quick Draw, Foregrip, and High Caliber. Now, if you don't know what High Caliber is, it allows you to get a multiplier whenever you get a headshot. It multiplies the normal one, so I think on the Arc 7 it's about 3 or 1.5 around there, but it was just a complete monster. As you can see, I think it's the RK5S. It's like the B23R from Black Ops 2. It's not as good, but it's still pretty good. That's my secondary. I had, for a lethal, I had a Thermite Grenade. I had Primary Gunfighter for wildcards, and then I had 6th Sense, Fast Hands, and Blast Suppressor. I'm pretty sure those are the only perks I use most of the time. Now, the final one that I have for you guys is the Kuda. Now, the Kuda is one of the first SMGs you unlocked in the game. I really did like it. You know, it was really good for the really close gunfights, but on the maps that we kind of had, there wasn't a lot of those. I mean, even on some of the smaller maps like Hunted, which is pretty small for the most part, and I don't really think there was a lot of other, or Comeback. Yeah, Comeback was pretty small too, but it was still not the best gun in the game that you could use at the time. And, you know, if you're versus the Razorback or something, you really don't stand a chance for it. Anyway, on the Kuda, I was using Quick Draw. I didn't use it that much, so that's the only thing I used. It was pretty good most of the time anyway. Then I had the RK5S as my secondary. I had a grenade for my lethal. 2 concussions, those things are absolutely overpowered. I think it's worse than CSGO, honestly. For perk 1, I had 6th Sense. For perk 2, I had fast hands, and for perk 3, I had Blast Suppressor, just as you all can see there. Now, back to my thoughts of the game. I thought it was pretty good. You know, even though it was just a beta, I would like to have seen a little bit more. I know, like, I really wanted to try arena mode. I know that probably wasn't gonna be in there. They gave us a lot of stuff in the beta, especially for being a beta as you can think. I mean, there was some issues like connectivity. A lot of the servers were down some of the time, especially on Xbox One, which is the console I primarily have. To get our beta codes, because they allowed us to get it one day early, but the beta codes didn't work, so it was really hard for us to actually get on. I know for PlayStation, the servers were down most of the time as well as there was just some issues with the game when you were playing it. Like for me, the screen kind of flashed around a couple times when it was just working. Like I blew a couple times on there, and as well as the scoreboard didn't work all the time. It's sometimes like I would get a kill or something and it wouldn't pop up. I think you would see it in this gameplay. I think one of my friends, Science Guy, it may have been fast forward, but got a kill, didn't pop up in the scoreboard until after it. You know, it was a really good beta overall. I'm surprised it did really well for it just being not the full game, and I think it's going to be a pretty good game when it comes out. Speaking of which, my expectations for release, I think it's going to be one of the better Call of Duties that we've had in the last couple of years. I don't really know. I don't really think it's going to be as good as Black Ops 2. It all kind of counts down when it releases, but I'm just excited for the campaign. I really want to try that one out. And arena mode, I think it's going to be really fun. I really want to see how all the mechanics are going to work. I really can't wait to be playing competitive on this game. It's going to be really fun. And, you know, it just looks like an overall really good game. I just hope that there's no bugs or issues when it first comes out. And I'm just expecting, like everyone else, a lot from Treyarch. Anyway, guys, if you haven't already, make sure to click that like and subscribe button. Thanks so much for watching the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.